Today we've got something seriously exciting for you. The all-new 2026 BMW M3. This latest iteration of BMW's performance icon is more than just a refresh. It's a calculated evolution of a legend that continues to push the limits of what a sports sedan can be. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's be clear. The M3 has always stood for a perfect fusion of luxury and power. But the 2026 model, it takes that idea and polishes it with sharper styling, a more intuitive interior, and of course, insane performance figures. So let's get into what really makes this car tick. Starting with its exterior, the 2026 BMW M3 doesn't shy away from being noticed. Up front, BMW has retained the bold kidney grilles. It's still controversial, but it's now more integrated. With a cleaner design that looks a bit more mature than before, it's flanked by sleeker, laser-adaptive headlights with a new signature DRL pattern that gives the car a futuristic vibe, especially at night. The front bumper has deeper vents and sharper lines, all of which are functional, helping channel air directly into the cooling systems and improving aerodynamics. Moving to the side, you'll notice refined body sculpting that adds muscle without looking bloated. It's aggressive, but elegant. The flared fenders house a choice of 19 or 20-inch forged alloy wheels, depending on your trim, and they're wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Carbon fiber elements like the mirror caps and optional carbon roof hint at the car's performance pedigree, while the lower stance and widened track give it that unmistakable M look. Around back, the 2026 M3 features new taillights with a 3D effect and smoked glass finish. The quad exhaust setup is still here, but the design is more angular and meaner than before. There's also a subtle rear diffuser and an available carbon rear lip spoiler that doesn't just look good, but genuinely helps keep the rear end planted. At high speed, but as always, it's what's under the skin that really counts in. That's where this new M3 flexes hard. Powering the 2026 BMW M3 is a reworked version of the 3.0-liter twin turbocharged inline-six engine. In its base trim, it produces around 480 horsepower and 406 pounds-ft of torque. But the M3 competition and new M3 CS variants push that up to 540 horsepower. Thanks to revised turbo mapping and enhanced cooling, this power is routed through either a slick 6-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed M-Steptronic automatic. And yes, BMW still gives you the choice of rear-wheel drive or X-drive, all-wheel drive on the competition trims, which means this car can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 3.3 seconds faster than most sports cars on the market. Handling is still where the M3 earns its name. BMW's updated adaptive M suspension system continuously adjusts damping at all four corners, giving you a ride that's comfortable on city streets and razor-sharp in the corners. There's also an improved active M differential and recalibrated traction control systems that allow you to confidently push the car to its limits. On the track, it's incredibly composed. It's precise steering and almost telepathic responsiveness. When you step inside the 2026 M3, you're greeted with a cabin that blends luxury and purpose. The big change this year is the fully integrated BMW curved display, which combines a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch infotainment screen into a single, sweeping unit. It runs the latest BMW iDrive 9 operating system, and it's faster, more intuitive, and customizable than ever. Interior materials have been upgraded across the board. You get high-quality leather or Alcantara, upholstery, brushed aluminum, or carbon trim, and optional merino leather seats that look and feel incredible. The standard M Sport seats are supportive and adjustable, but the optional carbon bucket seats are a real highlight. They're lighter, lower, and offer incredible lateral support if you plan to take this beast to the track. Ambient lighting now wraps seamlessly around the cabin. And BMW has improved its voice assistant and gesture controls, making everyday interactions feel futuristic. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both wireless, And the optional Harman Kardon or Bowers and Wilkins audio systems deliver studio-quality sound. Practicality hasn't been forgotten. Either you get decent rear seat legroom for a sport sedan, and the trunk offers over 13 cubic feet of space, plenty for weekend trips or daily duties. And with a split folding rear bench, the M3 continues to be one of the few high-performance vehicles you can actually live with. Safety and driver assistance features are also generous. You get BMW's Driving Assistance Professional Package, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and a 360-degree surround view camera system. BMW's semi-autonomous highway driving feature also sees updates, making long-distance journeys even more effortless. Now let's talk pricing. The 2026 BMW M3 starts at around $76,000 for the standard rear-wheel drive version with the manual transmission. Step up to the M3 Competition X-Drive, and you're looking at around $82,000 if you want the ultimate version. The M3C is with limited production and even more power and track-focused features. You're entering the $100,000 territory to give or take depending on options. Is it expensive? Absolutely. But in return, you're getting a car that can dominate a racetrack on Sunday and still drive you to work in style and comfort on Monday. Few vehicles in this price range offer such a complete package of performance, luxury, and daily USA belie. So what's our verdict here at Car Review? The 2026 BMW M3 isn't a revolution, but it is a masterful refinement. It takes everything that made the last M3 great and improves it in subtle but significant ways. It's better tech, sharper looks, more power, and more flexibility across the trim levels. Whether you're an enthusiast who craves the purity of a manual, rear-wheel drive setup, or someone who wants the confidence of all-wheel drive and cutting-edge features, there's an M3 that fits.